zoom in a little bit. Hey everyone, I hope you're having an awesome Monday. It's networking Monday with your host, the network junkie, which is gonna always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. What's happening right now is I'm just trying to get some order a bit here. Okay. Jeez Louise, thank y'all for chiming on in. Let me get rid of some of these pillows because we about to go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to be talking about how to grow your social media page free by just utilizing your telephone, lighting, equipment, and things in that nature. So I'm using some of the bare minimum right now, stuff that's under $100. So that's what I'll be sharing with you today. And these are all small little investments that you can make. Now, y'all see, I first came on here. I was a little bit out of whack, and still is trying to get kind of situated. Now, I'm going to be sharing just a few tips with you. Kind of want to get as comfortable as I can. I think that's pretty decent. I'm going to be sharing some tips with you. So the first things first, I'd like to welcome everybody for tuning into Networking After Dark with your host, the Network Junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. What's happening right now is we is live on YouTube, and we're also going to be live on Facebook. So I just wanted to come on first on YouTube to let you know, go over to follow us on Facebook as well. We have a podcast boot camp that we're going to be hosting some podcasts right over here on YouTube. But before we get started with that, if you want to check out who these co-hosts is going to be for the next 10 weeks, definitely go chime in. It will be kicking off next month in 2023, March, the end of March to be exact. So be looking forward to that. We got many different topics, but we're going to be introducing the participants. So if you would like to participate in seeing and introducing yourself or just getting a feel of what they're going to be talking about, definitely go over to Facebook and chime in, type into the search key, into the search engine, we live streaming podcast boot camp, and you should see our logo, and that is it. Just go ahead and invite 10 people as well, because we want to grow this platform. Because guess what, we have votes that we're going to be doing, so they have an opportunity to actually gain 7 points for each live feed that they do and each assignment that they do as well behind the scenes, because we can't give you all the sauce, you feel me? But if you too would like to participate in learning some free tips on how to broadcast, how to be a media influencer, or just how to speak about your brand, definitely chime into the Network Junkie, your host, and I will be gladly able to share with you just a few strategies that I use to grow my account in under 3 months. So I'm going to be sharing some strategies again that I used hands on. I'm going to also be showing you a few ways that and tactics and just a little more comfortability in showing up on the screen. So go ahead and get active over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit live. Again, we live streaming podcast boot camp on Facebook. Also go over to Instagram and follow the Network Junkie. That's Da.Network Junkie, JUNKIE official page over there on Instagram, and subscribe for some extra tips, because I'm going to be sharing some extra tips today on Instagram on how to get rid of trolls as well. So if you're interested in learning that, definitely go chime in. Again, I appreciate you. Shout out to all of our sponsors. We would not be live today without you. Shout out to you, the network group. Shout out to the Queen's Treasure Juice, the pop-up shop, Mr. B's, Shoes for Her, Cleaning to the T, Wick and Whack Wellness, International Conference. Oh my gosh, everyone that supports the network, shout out to you. We would not be live without you. You too could actually support by sharing the message, invite a couple people, and engage. Get active in the comments and let us know where you're coming from. So let's go ahead and get into it. Are y'all ready? I'm trying to think, do I want to do filter over here? I don't think I'm going to do filter. Let's go live. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna go over some of the things that I just said again. Again, this is me introducing the not just introducing the podcast boot camp, but this is Networking After Dark. So on Networking After Dark, every Monday from 9 to 10, what we were doing for the last 2 years has been just talking about an array of different topics: social justice, family, education, business, investments. Sometimes we just talk about what's the latest, what's happening, in the headlines. So these are different things that we talk about on a Monday between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern time. And we've been doing it again, like live streaming consistently every Monday for about 2 years now. So I'm excited about that. And we're going to continue. We're going strong. So definitely make sure that you tune in on one of the different platforms. Sometimes we're on two platforms at the same time. Sometimes we're on three platforms. Sometimes we're just on one because y'all know technology is technology. So I'm going to be sharing why I do that as well. So stay tuned. Let's get live. Peace and power, everyone. It's your girl, the network junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. What's happening right now is we are live over here on YouTube, and we are also live within this powerful group. Are you ready? Because we are live streaming podcast boot camp. Yes. And I know people are like, what is that? Well, I'll be introducing what that is a little later because right now is networking after dark. So I'm going to be utilizing this feed just to show you how easy and simple it is to tap into the media matrix, because I'm going to be sharing with you different ways on how you too can grow your page in under 3 to 6 months with using strategic strategies. Now I'm not gonna share everything, but of course it wouldn't be a boot camp if I showed everyone how to do it, right? So I'm gonna be doing it right live in color. So you're going to be having an opportunity to meet a host of participants from all over the state. So I hope you are ready because it's about to go down. Again, I'm your host, the Network Junkie, and y'all know I'm going to keep you updated to the latest what's happening. So today's podcast for Networking After Dark, what we're going to be talking about is how you too can grow your page, like I say, in less than 3 to 6 months. I'm just going to share a few tips that you too can apply. Now, if you want to get the real meat and potatoes of it, you have to make sure that you time in and go over to my website, www.Da.Network Group LLC.com, and select one of our packages. And if you're not sure on how you would like to get into learning how to create a brand identity for your service, for your brand, or just for, your business, or you might be a model, a hairdresser, whatever it is. If you're trying to find a way on how you too can introduce it to your network, or sometimes you might need to gain a new demographics, time in. But if you're unsure on how you need to set up your package, sign up for a free consultation. Again, www.Da.Network Group LLC.com. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We are live on Facebook and Facebook and YouTube, and I'm going to be sharing some snippets over on Instagram. And so make sure that y'all really pay attention. Go get your pens and pads because I'm going to be sharing a few things that I think you guys will be able to actually follow. So if you're following, you'll be able to actually then to apply it to your network. And I want to see, let me know what works for you and let me know what didn't work for you. But if you found a new way, share it. I'll drink to that. My throat got a little parched. Digital marketing. That's what we are here doing today. Okay. Today is February 13th. And shout out to my niece. It's her birthday. Shout out Diamond. 27 years of age. Beautiful. Yeah, so shout out to you, beautiful. And today is also Black History Month. Now, I know we're black. I know I'm black all year, right? But it's Black History Month, so I actually want to make sure that we make an effort to go support a black business. If you don't do it any other time of the year, which I really hope you do, but if not, let's make sure that we are supporting, uplifting one another in business and crafts, Sometimes people just like to sing. Sometimes people like to write. Some people just like to read. Let's uplift these individuals because we all have a form of superhero in us if we tap into it. So, with that being said, shout out to my melanated sisters and brothers. This is our month. This is our year. This is our lives that we are responsible for. So let's live it out loud. And I appreciate all of you for watching me as I dream out loud while living the dream right here before you should I say, the media of Matrix. Let's continue. Let's get into it. Digital marketing. What is digital marketing? Um, it's just that. Let's not go so deep into everything. And if you really don't understand what something means, utilize the media of Matrix. This is the little tips and strategies that I genuinely use. And I actually found out before taking some of these classes on how to show up in social media and how to gain the audience and the demographics that I would need in order to place my platform on a broader level. What I did was I started kind of playing around, testing 1 2 3, and a lot of my following can prove and contest to that, because I actually used to state in my comments, testing 1 2 3. And what that meant was is I was trying something new. I was either trying to see how many likes I can get, how many likes I can get off of a certain type of content that I created. So paying attention to your content, paying attention to your audience, who is hitting off of the content that I'm actually sharing, who actually is appreciating this type of content. Then you got to go into doing your research. Okay, so after doing your research, now okay, with this type of individuals, these in this category, in this age group, in this gender, in this craft, in this specific, career, so in this particular neighborhood. So whatever it is, you are able to then narrow down who your target market is. So that's one tip that you guys can do. Again, testing 1 2 3, share some content and see who hits off of the content. Okay, and then whoever hits off the content, ask them why they hit, like why did they like it, or just chime in and just see if it's a pattern, on the individuals that's actually hitting. So again, testing 1 2 3 is always a good tool to utilize as you tap into this media of Matrix. Media kits. Find out what a media kit is. If you're interested in getting into broadcast, if you're interested in getting into production, if you're interested in getting to graphics and design, web design, things like that, you want to make sure that you tap into the media kit for that direct position or whatever industry that it is that you're tapping into. Okay, so that's another tip that you can actually use is find out what type of media kit is required, find out what the requirements are, what the demands is listing, and also you can find out the pricing as well if you're going to be actually doing this for other multiple individuals. Because just to have the knowledge alone is very powerful. Just having the knowledge alone is very, very powerful. Because what they say, knowledge is power. So true. Let's continue to get into it. So again, finding out what that media kit consists of, and then you find out, and as you're doing that, you're going to find out the price points as well. Again, we talked about your target market. How do you narrow that down? Again, go over YouTube and Instagram, Twitter, whoever's watching this right here on YouTube right now. Go over to Facebook because we have prepared a special group for you that's going to be participating in the podcast boot camp. Now, again, we want everybody to invite at least 10 individuals to participate because they will be graded. They will have an opportunity to gain 7 points off of each assignment and each live feed. So, again, participants, if you are watching, invite your family, invite your friends, and let them know that it's about to go down. You about to reintroduce yourself to the people. So I look forward to assisting these individuals and learning some more cool tricks along the way, because again, it's always room for improvement. This is our second go round. I did do some ghost podcast boot camps for a couple clients, but I really enjoyed last year. We had some amazing topics. We talked about the rich man, the poor man. We talked about health is wealth. We talked about being a single mom, but having an active father in that child's life at the same time, but actually being separated. We talked about being an entrepreneur and stepping out on faith, even when nobody has your back. We talked about an array of different things, and this year we have even more to talk about, and I'm so excited to share. And we do have some individuals coming from some states as well, out of state. So make sure you're following the Network Junkie on all platforms so you can also stay updated to the latest what's happening. So we talked about being an influencer, showing up in the media so you are able to create a brand identity. How do you do that? Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Just think that. Get that in your head. Testing, testing, one, two, three. It's trial and error. You're going to learn trial and error, okay? Don't be afraid to mess up, because in order to mess up, you have to be something that you don't want to do. So you have to learn what that is that you don't want to do. Give yourself that room. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If ain't nobody else told you, the Network Junkie is telling you it's okay. Okay? All right. So create a budget. Why don't y'all ever create a budget for you? For your interest, for your brand, for your marketing, for your advertising. Sometimes you're going to have to pay other individuals to show you how to do certain things. When you gain that knowledge, you turn it into your own. It's not that person's responsibility to do all of the work for you. They're just giving you their blueprint, which that's what I'll be doing. I also will be breaking it down into auto books for those that don't really like to read, but you're still going to have to do some reading. I'm just going to let you know that, because again, reading is another form of wealth as well, because knowledge again is power. So I'm going to be sharing some different things within and tips. I would say more so things. I'm trying to watch my language as well. So y'all gonna follow as well. You have to pay attention to the language is all I'm gonna say. You're gonna have to pay attention to color. You're gonna have to pay attention to patterns, okay? You're gonna have to really pay attention to all of these things, because we have a mole in the mix. And that's just another tactic that I'm gonna be sharing with you, why this mole is participating in the podcast boot camp in 2023. So again, you got to stay connected to figure out what that mole look like and what that mole is doing in the network. Okay? Media kit, price list, budget. Don't be afraid to spend a little money. You're going to have to spend money for ads. Run ads, okay? I'm going to let you know, run ad. But don't just run an ad. Just don't just go and just run an ad. Investigate. Learn. Inquire with others. Take the opportunity to find someone like myself that can actually help you learn or walk into your brand identity. It's not as expensive as you really would think it is. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's really not expensive as you think it is. So, brand identity, pretty much knowing what your brand is and how to express it in under 3 sentences. Some people say 1 sentence. I say at least 3 at the bare minimum, because that's still within, under a minute that you can actually get 3 sentences out. Pretty much the elevator pitch. You want to know how to go in, let a person know exactly what it is that you're doing, and if you're trying to close them or get them to or hold their attention, should I say, you're going to have to go in and come out. So that strategy plan is very, very crucial, because a lot of people have chaos in their head. I won't say chaos, but a million thoughts. I guess that would be a form of chaos at one time, only because they have multiple things to do, responsibilities, especially I'll just speak for individuals like myself. Always thinking about something because I always have something to do. So with that being said, to hold my attention, it's gonna have to be something that be like, oh wait, Wait a minute, let me put that to the side for a minute. Can you repeat that? Okay, I'm interested in hearing. So that's the type of energy that you have to give when you show up in the media of Matrix. So during the growth process of growing your social media page in under 3 to 6 months, some strategies that I use that I'll be sharing with you today is, again, I gave away free things. I did free raffles, excuse me. I did trivias. I offered lunch. I got a billboard. So different things, different strategies like this was investments that I actually put in. I purchased ads, I purchased billboards, I purchased flyers and business cards. I purchased a website, and I had a free website, but I actually upgraded. I and then as I upgraded in some other software as well, as I grew. So these are different tactics. I started off with just like this because I purposely wanted to show up, and as you can see on YouTube, I literally had to adjust and position and everything, and some people are afraid to do that. This is the beginning of your whole broadcasting experience. You are expected to make some adjustments. You're expected to grow. You are expected to end up getting really great at your craft. But in the beginning of anything, it's always going to be a little rocky. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. Okay. Filters. You're going to learn about filters. Filters is very important because people are visual. People are visual. So a lot of the times, some like even with my filter that I use, I love the Matrix filter myself. It's like a glitch. I don't know why I just did that, but it's like a glitch in the system, and that's what I feel like the network is. The network is simply a glitch in the system that's tapping in to share a blues clues or two, tips and tricks that you too can utilize to grow your brand, your service, or your community. Okay, so that's the network group. So we have different professionals, should I say, because it's not just one business. It is an umbrella. We do offer positions for individuals to join the network. And if you do join the network, you have to be with the network for at least a year. You cannot be working with anyone else. I'm thinking about extending that out for at least 2 years. But a year point has been very well, because my thing is I don't want to hold people for too long, but I do want you to have the opportunity to say that you learned something along your journey here with the network group. And in order to do that, you have to give yourself adamant amount of time to grow, to learn, to build, impress, to actually build that empire that you are aiming to build. You have to be patient with you. So again, that's why we lock you into at least a year, only because we want to make sure the information that we're sharing, that we can measure what that looks like with individuals that we share this opportunity with, right? Numbers matter. So we want to be able to give some realistic numbers as we continue to do these testings, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Filters, again, let's get back to the graphics and design part of tapping into the media to grow your page. People love colors. So whatever brand that you have, you want to make sure as you create your logo that it is something appeasing to the people. That if your target market is women, you want to make sure that you have something that's target to the women. Colors, bling, a little borders tailored, flowers, perfume, different types of things that's going to draw the attention of the lady, the woman, the girl. Like all of these qualities in an individual matters, because this is your target audience. So you want to know your target audience. In order to do that, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I hope that really get in your head by the end of this podcast. Oh, I hope that did not cause a glitch in my system. No calls during Mondays between 9 and 10 p.m. Please, please. Everybody knows this. Jeez Louise, let's get back into it. You're now tuned into Networking After Dark with your beautiful host, the Network Junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. What's happening right now is we're talking about tapping it into the matrix, how you too can grow your network, whichever platform it is, within 3 to 6 months with using just simple strategies that can change your whole media experience. And this is what we are sharing today on Networking After Dark, again with your host, the Network Junkie. And I am live on We Live Streaming Podcast Boot Camp on Facebook and also on YouTube at Da.Network, and that's DA. I said duh, right? That's DA.Network Junkie, JUNKIE official, because it's official over here. It's stamped and approved, okay? And over on YouTube, everyone that's watching on Facebook, this is where our participants is going to be sharing some of their snippets. And we already start pre-recording, wink, wink, wink. So I will be sharing some of the participants that will be a part of this 10-week boot camp experience. So you do not want to miss out. We have flyers coming out. Please share. Again, invite 10 more people that's into boot camp and that's just a good supporter. Someone that has a little extra time, someone that will really participate, because participation is very important when it comes to growing your social media page. Stay connected. Again, grab your pen and paper. I hope y'all are taking notes. And tag a friend or two and let them know. Today we giving away some free jewels. And for you if that are interested in actually learning more or hiring the network group to be able to help you to learn the strategies of tapping into the media matrix, go over to www.Da.Network Group LLC. So let's get back into it. So you got your media kit, you got your price list, you have your target market, you have your rates, so you have an idea on what that rate should look like. Make sure also, before I go any further, make sure you do your research. Do your research on that actual industry in your community. If you're an activist or you want to open up a nonprofit or things in this nature, you want to investigate, you want to read, you want to learn as much as you can about that area that you of interest, and it just makes sense. Don't skip the process. Don't skip over the process. It really matters. So make sure, if you are ready to truly grow your network, that you take the time. Do your research for your specific target audience. It's okay to testing 1, 2, 3 a few times, just so you can learn what your brand voice sound like. Learn how to share what your business is, what your brand is, or what you would like to deliver to your community in under 3 sentences. Practice this. Look in the mirror. It's okay. Say it over and over and over again to yourself until you what? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3, right? Brand voice. Be human. Don't sound like a robot. Definitely have your bullets. Definitely have your notes. Every podcast, every broadcast, especially when you don't have a camera shoved in your face. Oh, it should be the easiest. I promise you, it should be the easiest. Why? Because you can read right off of your pad. I told you I was going to just drop some jewels and just practice. I'm talking about tomorrow, or even tonight for those that want to practice right now. Take a couple minutes out of your day, just a few minutes, and the first thing you do is just write down a couple key points that you want to talk about when you go live, and read down. Cut the TV off, right? Or cut your video off, because you have the opportunity to do that on Facebook and on Instagram. You can shut your video off. Yes, you can. So you can just shut it off and then just read what you want to say. or just have a couple key points. So you, as you're speaking and you start to ramble, just look down back at your notes and just keep on flowing. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to change your whole media presence. I trust and believe that that too can help you. Hey, Sissy Boo. Peace and power. Peace and power. Got Sissy in the background. Woo, 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 woo. Today is Networking After Dark. And we are talking about how to grow your social media page with using digital marketing. So I'm just sharing pretty much some skills that and some strategies that I utilize within my growth. I think I grew, I think it was 10,000, a little over 10,000 within 3 months. I was able to do that. Now I actually had one of my subscribers on YouTube, I mean on Instagram, excuse me, one of our subscribers chimed in and they want to know how to get rid of bots. So that's weird that they even asked me that, because that's where I am in the middle of. I'm so frustrated with the bots. Woo! Who too can agree with me that the bots are so irritating? So I will be sharing live, hands-on, how to get rid of bots, because that's one of the things that I'm actually going through. And I even wanted to see if I can pay somebody to get rid of them, because there's so many of them. How do you get bots? I will be sharing as well, so you have to stay active, because I'm not going to give you all the juice at one time because it's just too much. But it's going to give you enough so you can be able to come back and get some more, okay? So share with a friend and tap in. Go over to Facebook. Make sure you're following We Live podcast. We live streaming podcast boot camp on Facebook. Make sure you over here on Facebook go over to YouTube, the Network Junkie official channel over there on YouTube, so you can follow the participants. And don't forget, we have a mole, y'all. We have a mole. So y'all got to see what that look like. Pay attention is all I'm going to say. You must pay close attention. I'm going to be sharing different ways to add your to speak about different topics, such as, I'm not going to share that right now because we have a few different things that still in the making. Also, with posting, I want to stay on track. It's 9:47 Eastern time over here in the States. Okay. When you are posting, we had someone in the network ask, how do you post to get all of the views that you get? I say not every content that I create, I get 500 views. Sometimes I get 100. Sometimes I'll say my average is at least about 500. I'll say my average is a 500 on Facebook. On Instagram, it's about 1,200. Give or take within the month. Certain times of the month, I notice that sometimes I get higher engagement. I guess it's because I'm paying attention a little bit. I'm thinking because it's the time of days that I actually post. Because sometimes I actually post and I schedule my posts. And I notice when I do that, I kind of fall back at times and forget to just go ahead and post because I got so in the habit of scheduling my posts. But that does not work. You want to make sure that you stay consistent, and you don't have to post a million times a day, just to let you know, but you do want to be very consistent, at least 5 posts within a week. Now you can spread that out how you choose, but at least 5. That's strategies that I use, is all I'm going to say. Let's get back to creating content. When creating content, when you are trying to get some attention and you want to get them hits and them views, some of the things that you want to do is create call of action, okay? A call of action. And I don't like to give you all the juice because then you ain't gonna come back. So go look up call of action on content posts and you'll be surprised on what that lesson can give you. I'm here to just give you some blue clues. I'm not necessarily here to just gain you as a client. I'm genuinely here to support you in real life. That's what the Network Junkie lives for, okay? I truly get high off of you growing, off of you too growing, off of you tapping into this matrix and leaving a positive impact. If you're going to be on here, is all that I ever tapped into this matrix to be able to do, because we have a whole army of youth that's watching our every move. And it's not all about what Rihanna got in her belly. is not all we need to be talking about, is all I'm going to say. Shout out Riri. Shout out Riri. I mean, hey, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Don't stop, because at the end of the day, it's so much more to talk about versus what happened on halftime. And this young lady revealing, something that is very, very exciting and supposed to be praised because it's life, right? And people are talking about her performance, but not about her giving life. It's not easy being a performer and having to actually produce a child in this world with every camera pointed and shoved in their face, every left and right that they make. And no, she's probably tired of touring. She don't have to tour. That young lady is a billionaire. I believe she did made it to a billionaire status. I'm not 100% for sure. Don't quote me yet, because I have not did my full research at this moment. But I know she's a millionaire. She's been a millionaire for quite some time. I'm almost confident in saying that she's about a billionaire by now. The reason why I'm saying is because she has a clothing line, she has perfume, she has makeup, she has all types of different, investments that she have learned to tap into. And then she has music, and then what is all this talk about? So she didn't get paid. Nobody get paid for Super Bowl. You know who get paid for Super Bowl? Super Bowl get paid by Pepsi. They get paid by Pepsi. Like $7 million to have Pepsi everywhere. I think that's probably the only person that's getting some money is the NFL. They may will pay for your travels, the artists, their travel or their hotel, the expenses like that, but no one gets paid for that. It's all exposure. It's the Super Bowl, it's exposure. So again, let's talk about a little more relevant information, like how to grow your page, to grow your business, or like how to grow your media to be able to reach more in your community. Let's talk about how to share your gift of singing or poetry or writing right live on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on Clubhouse, and I can continue. But if we're going to show up, let's show up. Get active in the comments. Let me know where y'all coming in from, and let me know that I got y'all support. I would love to see you come back. Again, I am live every Monday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Networking After Dark. Today, we were just sharing different strategies on how to grow your network within 3 to 6 months. Voiceovers on content as well. That's another way. So we talked about call of action. I also want to talk about the voiceovers. It is an option for you to create some content by using your own voice. That helps your platform as well, because you are placing your imprint in the media. So that imprint that you are in placing is your thumbprint. It is your actual social media platform thumbprint. So with that being said, utilize more of your voice. It's okay. Again, we're all just listening. All love. Click links. If you have a website, if you have a store or something, add that to your content. Yes, that too grows your platform. I've tried all of these tactics and they work. They really work. Follow for more. Add that to your content page as a call of action. Follow for more. Click link. That is a call of action. But do it actually on your page. Again, we talk a little more in detail for those that subscribe. So if you want to subscribe to YouTube, you can. You can also subscribe to Instagram. That's the Network Junkie official page over there on Instagram. And I'm going to be sharing some jewels right after I come off of here with how to get rid of trolls. Also, how to create the content. I'm going to talk a little more in detail on how to create, your first couple wheels and also still image photos content. So we're going to be talking about that, and then talking about a little bit about keyword search. So if you're interested in participating, go over to Instagram and you can subscribe. It's only $4.99. And again, the best support is the free support. Just share the message. Just share the message. And also comment. The participation matters. It really do. Be creative, make some organic type of content. Be you, be unique. That's number one. Be you, be unique. Okay? Don't be afraid to show up. Reintroduce yourself to the people. It's okay to reintroduce yourself. Some people don't know that you are selling soaps now. Some people don't know that you're doing hair now. Some people don't know that you're doing taxes now. Some people don't know that you're a herbalist now. Some people don't know that you're into politics. I'm just saying. So sometimes you have to reintroduce yourself to your audience. And sometimes you just got to scratch the whole audience and start over. And that's the fun part about it. So that's what we're doing right over here at We Live Streaming Podcast Bootcamp. This is a new group. It's only been up for less than 2 months now. And we have a little bit, we got a little traction coming on over here. We in a couple hundreds in following and in likes right now. So let's continue to grow that network and let's do it live and in color. Again, participants, those that are watching, share the broadcast, tell everybody what you're about to be a part of, and invite at least 10 individuals to sit on this platform with you. And let's continue to get into it. How do you grow your page? How do you grow your social media page in less than 3 to 6 months? Easy. Utilizing audio trending audio, trending content, trending voiceovers, creating your own voiceovers, click links, calls of action, creating web pages, creating surfaces, tabs for people to actually go directly to, link in bios. These are all different ways, keyword search. These are all different ways you too can grow your page in less than 3 to 6 months. I'm telling you, it works. Overstand and learn what an MP3 is, what's a MP4 is. Learn what can be set on YouTube, what links and what content can be placed on Facebook, and what you can take from Zoom, and how you can, so explore your options and find out what's easier for you. You can start your podcast, your broadcast, your radio simply by utilizing your phone. If you stay connected and if you subscribe, I'll be sharing some different apps and software that I also use. Some of it is paid, but a lot of it, I'll say half and half. Some is paid and some is actually free. So I'm going to be sharing the free ones. I'm going to share more of them on Facebook. Okay. Only because I have a test that I'm doing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I have grown the page on Instagram to now over 40,000 followers. Yes. In less than a year, we got that done. Okay. But in less than 3 months, we gained 10,000 followers. So how do you do that? Click, link in bio, MP3, MP4, audio, trending, content, calls of action, keyword search, notes, and also tapping into your network and say, mama, cousin, sister, friend, can you please watch my live feed tonight? I'm trying to test something and I want to see how many people can come, but I might need you to come and like the photo. I might need you to like the live a few times while I'm on there. I might need you to invite cousin or invite friend. What that does is it helps people come into your life while you're live, because the algorithm is there to be against you. I'm just going to be honest. The algorithm is not there to work for you. You have to work the algorithm. This does not come easy. You have to do a little work, which means you have to encourage individuals that say, I don't care if you're working right now, just listen. I just need you to listen in to my broadcast. Okay. I just need you to like it. I just need you to comment up under it. I just need you to tag a couple people. It's okay to grow a team. And your team sometimes can be as simple as your family and friends. Half the time they really don't care what you got going on. But if you go to them sincerely and ask them to do this for you, 9 out of 10, they would do it for you. At least a friend will. I'm just saying. So chime into your network. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I need your help. Like, that's where we fall short as well. We do not ask or educate our audience on how they can actually support us. So we want to make sure that we are tapping into our network. And sometimes we have to create opposite pages. Don't try to do everything on your personal page. That will fail horribly. And it will fail. I promise you. And every time it will fail. So do not do that. Create you a whole nother platform. Just like I did right over here on Facebook solely for this project. The reason being because I need to track the insights. I need to track the following. I need to know who's bots and who's not. I need to know who we need to connect with. I need to know how to engage with certain groups and things, because over here within this group, we also allow other groups to participate. We also allow other groups to share tips, free tips on how to grow your podcast and how to position your podcast on all different platforms. So you can learn how to start an Apple podcast over here on We Live Streaming Podcast Bootcamp. You can learn how to work with Anchor. You're going to learn how to work with Twitch. And it's not going to all come from the network group, but from the network business hub. What it is this is a whole network group. So we're all going to be sharing different jewels. So again, if you're not following, go follow today. And make sure you're following me, the host, the Network Junkie, on all platforms as well. It makes sense. Do not be afraid to expose your platform. When I say expose, that means share it with everyone you know. Everyone you come across, let them know I got a new podcast. This is what we're talking about. Can you like it? Can you subscribe? Can you please? Can you please? Thank you, and I love you much. That will get you very, very far. I'm telling you, I was able to grow my page in less than 3 months with using all of these tactics. I actually wrote them down for you. Saving audio. That's another tip. You always want to save some audio because you never know when you want to use it. Don't be afraid to utilize pictures for content. Content pictures are the easiest and quickest to just get out. Pay attention to how other people are posting. And don't be afraid to hire help. That is all I would like to share with you today on Networking After Dark. You too can grow that page. Let me know if any of these jewels benefit you or your network. And if so, get active in the comments and please share. You can also give a review over at www.Da.Network, Da.Network Group LLC, over on the web, the World Wide Web. Shout out to Third Design Nonprofit. Just got a Black History grant. Yes. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Third Design is a nonprofit where we help the youth turn their hobbies into entrepreneurship. Youth between the ages of 7 and 24. We have workshops that we have prepared, after school workshops, and also entrepreneurial workshops for those that are interested in getting into different crafts of their own. So we teach them to utilize their voices, and what better way to do it with paid training and different other tactics and resources that we use to be able to do so. It is community ran and funded as well. So we go as far as our dollar take us, and as far as our will and God's will allow us as well. So I appreciate that. That came from Detroit Leaders, Black Leaders Detroit. Let's put some respect on their name. Yes, yes, yes. So if you're not following, go over to Black Leaders Detroit and find out all the, when you go, you will find out all of what they're doing. Make sure you go dissect that website, and they have so many more works to come in. And this business is nonprofit, only have been existed just a short amount of time, but I want y'all to actually go over yourself. Black Leaders Detroit, go over yourself and see how much that they have already put in, and how much of the community that is supporting what they're doing, because that's how I too was gifted, or should I say, donated to, a love donation to the actual nonprofit. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. And it was a blessing. It was a surprise that came out of nowhere. For those that has been watching, y'all know the panel, our food pantry, has been not able to feed as many families as we normally will throughout the year, only because of transportation issues. So that grant actually is helping, going towards getting a new van for our mobile food pantry. Well, a used new van. You know what I'm saying? So again, small things can go a long way. People are watching. So as you create your content, don't be afraid to testing 1 2 3. That's going to actually help your platform grow, because you are there in the beginning to learn lessons. So your audience is going to be okay with you. They actually is going to be a little more appreciative, because they are transparent of your growth, because you are transparent in the works that you're doing. I appreciate you. Peace and power, peace and power. So again, do not be afraid to dream it out loud. Allow your ego, your alter ego, to come out as you come on live, as you speak. Be prepared to know your topics. Be prepared to know whoever it is that you're actually interviewing. Why? Because it rolls off of your tongue that much easier. Don't hesitate to utilize the wheels. The wheels are one of the easiest ways. I think I shared that with y'all in the beginning of this year. Wheels are going to be able to get you stars. And that's what I'm going to end this off with. I've been able to make stars, and not make stars, but gain stars, and actually make bonus plays off, make income off of bonus plays. Whoo, that was hard to get off my tongue. But yes, I've been able to actually get paid by my wheels, bonus plays to be exact. And I just didn't understand how that happened. But again, you never know who's watching. The meta is always watching your insight. Pay attention to your back office. Pay attention to your insights. It's very important. It will break down who's watching your content, what country, part of the world that they're watching your content, what content is hitting the most, how many followers you actually gain. Now, the one thing I wish they would do is break down which one of these are bots. But you got to realize, people get paid to sit at home and like your photos. People are paid to sit at home and comment free promo, or they just get paid to troll your account. These are what people get paid to do. Like, really get paid to do this. So with understanding that the bots are truly, really, it's real people, right? A lot of them are real people. Some of them are actual truly bots. But when I say bots, I'm kind of talking about the trolls as well. Trolls and bots. Maybe that's what I'll say. Because the trolls, they are actually active. These are humans going through, tapping in all in your mix. The bots are truly bots. So let me be very technical so y'all can know the difference. But I will be going over and showing you how you can get rid of bots without shadow banding yourself. So that's what I'll be able to teach you. I can't teach you how to do everything, but I can show you some tips to use so you do not lock your account up. So that's what I mean by I'll be sharing some tips and tricks along the way. Also, again, if you're not following, go follow on all social media platforms. Today, we are talking about digital marketing and how to tap into the media matrix to share your craft, to share your services, to share your ideals, or even to just share what you're doing in the community or how you are providing resources, but sometimes you just need people to actually resource. So the power of the network is so much bigger than you can really imagine. Everyone has a phone now, even the youngest babies. So be very intentional in the imprint that you are showing up in this media of a matrix, because it's people watching. I'm telling you, as you can see, again, I got gifted without I did not have a clue. So people are watching, so you want to make sure that you're giving them something cool to see, right? So get creative. Don't be afraid to show up and let your alter ego come out from time to time. It's okay. It's going to give you that extra push, because you're going to be like, oh, I'm the truth. I did that. All that good stuff. And until next time, I think I done timed on a little bit of everything. Again, you can gain stars by simply gaining engagement. You can just talk to your audience and have them talk back to you. And you too can gain stars by just asking them to support what you got going on. If they really enjoy your content, they will send you stars. They also can send you bonus plays by watching your wheels. So that's how you get the bonus plays. For those that's like, how do you get paid on these networks and how do it work? I actually break it all the way down. But today I just wanted to just give you a few tips. Just pay attention to how many people watch your actual wheel. Pay attention to how many people is watching your live feeds. Now, sometimes it will say that it's only like 6 people watching. Now, this is one thing that I had to learn because I was getting offended because I'm like, well, how do I get all of these likes like almost instantly? But I don't, it's only like 5 or 6 people that's in the live feed. And what it is you have to break that algorithm. You're breaking the algorithm. I don't know exactly how to really put it in layman terms or even how to really put it in terms. But what it is that you have to break it. When you break it, it's going to then place your actual video on a higher platform where more people can actually watch it. So they're going to share it not just to your friends, but they're going to share, because I get more people now that actually, peace and blessings, beautiful. I get more people that watch my lives after I go live. And it seems to me that my platform is doing a master boost, maybe because I think I created a really cool strategy on how to gain followers instantly, like how to gain at least 50 to 100, and I'm still good at it. 50 to 100 followers every single day. And if you don't believe me, go over to my Instagram and you can see I actually did this, but I was very strategic. People say, why you always in your phone? And they looking at me like, there she go with that phone. But I like getting paid off of this. I'm not just in my phone. I'm creating content, which means I'm creating income. So I get paid directly to my account. I have a business account that it go to. You also can actually have it go directly to your LLC. I show you how to create an LLC if you don't know how to do that. And I'm going to actually do an episode where I'm going to actually break down how you can do it for free. I'm just going to throw a bonus out there for y'all. I'm just going to give it to y'all. But y'all got to stay connected on when that's going to be. I got to get out of here. I love y'all. I hope y'all took these tools and applied it. Well, going to apply it. Let me know how it worked out for you. Again, it's your girl, the Network Junkie, and I'm going to always keep you updated to the latest. What's happening right now. It is networking after dark. And we just wanted to give some jewels. And I'm glad that I was able to tap into my old notes and just capture all of them cool tricks and strategies that actually work. And I'm honored to have all of you watching me again every Monday, 9 to 10 p.m. We just went all over a little bit today, only because I came in a little later. But make sure you stay connected because we have an array of different events that's coming up really soon in the near future. And again, we have these amazing participants that's going to be bringing the best podcast that you can think of. They come in raw, straight raw. And I want to make sure that y'all participate. So invite 10 people. Go over to We Live Streaming Podcast Boot Camp on Facebook. Participants, make sure that you go over there and invite 10 people because they will be voting on your podcast. And we want to make sure that we're giving them the best. And we're going to show up in our best light. Till next time, peace. I'm out. You know what it is. Gang, gang. Love you.